Hey everybody, I want to do a quick video and I want to discuss briefly when we're talking about a lot of talk goes on about when they gentrify a neighborhood. So I want to share these 4 clips with you, and this is why I think the process follows as this. When it comes to gentrification, first they have to de-ninjarize, sanitize, gentrify. De-ninjarize it or de-nizarize it. You have so much negative behavior with the dust buckets and the dustinas that when it comes to gentrification, they don't just get rid of those people. Pretty much the plan is to get rid of everybody that looks like those people. So yeah, the dustinas, the mammies, this culture of destruction, this culture of self-hate, not to elevate, is costing us all. So again, they have to de-ninjarize it. And you're like, well, I'm not, a ninja. I'm not a dusty or dustina. Yeah, but you look like them, so we got to get everybody out. Then once they de-ninjarize it, they sanitize, get everything cleaned up, and they gentrify. So why can't they just do it while the good people are there? Because number one, you're not going to have it. It's unrealistic. You're not going to have it where all the crazy ninjas and dusties and dustinas leave. No, 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 no. There's a mix. They're going to be mixed in. Okay. So just want to show you what's happened, why they want to de-ninjarize it. Okay. So here are what some black men are doing in the community. These aren't dust buckets. Here's what they have in the community, business-wise, and life is business. Gee, let's see what happened to them. Let's look at the school board member who also owned a bar, Norman Bailey. Okay, so keep in mind, all coaches understand life is business. BC, we destroy our own businesses. And I don't mean just you and me, you know what I mean, collectively. We either want a discount, 8% discount. You'll be accused of trying to make some money out of the black community. You trying to make some money. Fool, ain't nobody starting a business to end up in poverty. You don't tell the other people that are non-black, you trying to make some money out of the black community. I've only heard that come from ignorant black people, and it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. It's like saying, you put money in the stock market trying to make some money. Well, hell, I don't want it to just sit there. I want the money to work for me so it can make money. You got to get to work. You just can't be sitting around just chilling. Got to be on it. Okay, do your part. So here's a man that tried to build in the black community. He was a school board member, and he also had a business. Again, life is business. Businesses bring jobs, and you wonder why you have a high unemployment number. Let's see what happened to Mr. Norman Bailey in the BC. Let's see. I wonder what happened to him.
Member in Gary, Indiana, shot and killed early this morning in his own bar. Police now trying to figure out what led to the killing of a man that Gary's mayor describes tonight as respected throughout the city.
WGN's Mike Lowe is live at Gary Police Headquarters with the very latest for us. Mike?
Ray and Micah, good evening to both of you. This was a double shooting. The surviving victim is being treated at a Gary hospital. And tonight, Gary police detectives are hoping that that man can help them untangle the mystery of why someone killed Norman Bailey.
For something like this to happen, it's very sad. It's real sad.
As snow flurries filled the night sky over the Blue Room Bar in Gary, longtime patron Carrie Crawford says the chilling reality is that his favorite hangout is now a murder scene.
It was like a big family in here. You know what I'm saying? Like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. You know what I mean? It was this type of establishment it was. It was like home. You know what I mean? A home away from home.
Gary police detectives say gunshots rang out just before 3 in the morning at this bar located at 224 East 16th Avenue. And when police detectives arrived, they found bar owner Norman Bailey lying on the floor.
Norman was like a pillar to the city.
Mm.
He was a good guy, you know. He'd give his shirt off his back for you. You know what I'm saying? If you need, he was helping any and everybody.
Bailey was a 60-year-old businessman who served on the Gary School Board and volunteered his time around the city. Tonight, Dr. Paige McNulty, the manager for the Gary Community School Corporation, said in a written statement that his passion for youth and love for community were signature traits of his character. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and all of those whose lives he touched. And Gary Mayor Jerome Prince also issued a statement saying, "For many years, Mr. Bailey has been a highly respected and well-liked businessman and community member. In business, he was a hands-on leader who showed the best our Gary community has to offer. As a public servant, including his time on the Gary Community School Corporation Advisory Board, Mr. Bailey showed his heart and love for his neighbors and the children throughout our city."
He did a lot for the school systems. He did a lot for charities around here. He was a councilman, you know what I'm saying, for the city. He did, man, I can go on and on.
It's unclear what led to the violence, but police say 20 minutes after the shooting at the Blue Room, another gunshot victim showed up at Methodist North Lake Hospital. The victim was a 28-year-old man who was being treated for gunshot wounds in his leg and rear. Witnesses told police that he was at the bar where the shooting had just happened. Kerry Crawford says he's still in disbelief that his friend is gone.
He didn't deserve this. He did not deserve it, man, at all, period. Point blank, period. Whoever did it, man, man.
That friend, of course, lost for words. Tonight, Gary's mayor has a couple of his own. He called this a, quote, heinous act, and he said that every...
So let's go ahead and fast forward. They have a man that was arrested in the murder. Gee, I wonder who it is. Is it Chip Brewster on the screen? Yeah, let's get to it. Fair use.
Man has been charged with murder after prosecutors say he killed a Gary school board member and businessman. 41-year-old Daryl Dodd is believed to be responsible for the shooting death of 60-year-old Norman Bailey, who was killed early Friday morning at the bar he owned called the Blue Room. Dodd was charged with murder, attempted murder, aggravated battery, and possession of a handgun by a felon, while he was already being held in jail on unrelated charges.
Oh, my goodness.
You can read more about the incident and the victim in our...
Gee, look who it was. Old Dust Bucket. So let's see. The school board member, the one who gave to charity, the one that had a business, the bar, he's gone. But guess what? We got old Dust Bucket Tyrone. He's still here. You wonder why they want to de-ninjarize, sanitize, and gentrify. This on the screen. They want to get in these areas. They want to get everybody who's dipped in brown out the little town before they sanitize and gentrify. I wonder why. Because you cannot deal with this. You can't. You got to face reality. They gentrify our neighborhood. Where we gonna go? They don't give a darn. Where the hell you gonna go? It's so much violence. The property value goes down. It's not kept up. It's nasty and trashy. The land becomes cheap. And that's how they're able to gentrify. But don't forget, they have to de-ninjarize it. Get them out. But I don't fit that quote, girl. It doesn't matter, sir. I'm not sir. It doesn't matter. Get them out. All the black folks gone. Let's clean it up and let's gentrify it. Or you won't be coming back because you won't be able to afford it. Gee, I wonder why. That's why they want to they have to get rid of everybody who's there. You have to. They don't have time to figure out, okay, who's a Destina and who's not. They want a clean slate. Again, de-ninjarize, sanitize, gentrify. This is the people like the dust buckets, Dustinas. That's what's adding to it. Gee, what happened over here? Let's see here. Why is the Baltimore City Council on the screen? What happened?
Is planning a memorial event for a worker who was killed in a mass shooting this week in East Baltimore. He's one of 3 Safe Streets workers gunned down since last January. WJC investigator Mike Kelgan is live in Cherry Hill with...
Again, this black man is a Safe Street worker, not slanging some illegal pharmaceuticals, safe street workers. Gee, what happened? He should have left that neighborhood.
Vic, no arrests or even a description yet of the vehicle involved in this drive-by mass shooting. Safe Streets has been impacted by violence over the past year, from here in Cherry Hill to McElderry Park. And tomorrow at noon, members of the organization from around the city will gather at the site of that East Monument Street mass shooting. The McElderry Park community is still shaken by a mass shooting that took 3 lives Wednesday on Monument Street, just a few blocks from Johns Hopkins Hospital. The victims include Deshaun McGreer, a young father who worked with the anti-violence program Safe Streets.
Both sides of the family, they're hurting.
Councilman Antonio Glover is calling for tougher penalties for gun crimes.
Making sure that these individuals are really paying the price for what they're causing to our communities. Everybody's just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I understand it, because enough is enough.
McGreer is the 3rd Safe Streets worker murdered in a little more than a year. Dante Barksdale, a respected leader in the program, was shot last January. And Kenyell Wilson, who spent years with Safe Streets in Cherry Hill, was gunned down in July.
And when you have individuals that have turned their lives around to give back to the Safe Streets organizations, only for them to lose their lives doing their job,
Unreal.
It's frustrating.
The program uses people respected in the community as peacemakers to mediate disputes before they turn violent.
My son got murdered, shot in his head, contact wound. People say, shake it off, God's going to bring you through that. No, that's not what's going to happen. That was an evil act.
Daphne Alston, with mothers of murdered sons and daughters, knows the pain after losing her own child.
Because when the smoke clears, there's joy that comes in the morning. We're not going to let their children's lives go in vain. It does take a village, and we need the village to come back.
And she says we have to treat this violence like a health.
So, why is this young black man dead? Gee, I hate to say it, and he would probably be alive if he was slanging. If he was on the corner slanging, he might still be alive. No, he's deceased. He's for anti-violence. Safe street worker. Trying to make it safe. Again, you wonder why they de-Ninjarize it, sanitize, then gentrify. Get these the hell up out of here. Stories like this, they already see, well, the black ones try to make something happen, they seem to get murdered. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do a clean slate, get rid of everybody. You can't build because of these dustiness, and their mammies. So why is just some black man gone? He was against violence. Safe street worker. Want to make the streets safe. And you think somebody doesn't know who did it? I don't want to cause me no trouble now. That's so and so. You know, you're taking your life in your hand now. So he's gone, trying to make the community safe. Again, they have an organization called Safe Street Workers, trying to make it safe. Gee, look what happened to him. Here's another one. What happened to this young black man? What happened to this one here? Where is this picture at? Where is he at? What happened to him? Safe street worker, trying to do something positive. And you notice in the video when they said about turning their life around. So as long as you're doing something ill within the community, you more likely you might be all right. Oh, but you're trying to change it around, make it safe for the women and children and for your families. You actually give a darn. You a black man trying to do something positive? Oh, hell no. He's gone. Again, you wonder why they want to de-Ninjarize it, sanitize, then gentrify the violence. They see what's happened to black people just trying to do something. It's a no-brainer. And then when I hear all this gentrification going on, well, hell, it's probably your damn son, thieving, shooting, killing ass. Really? Trying to do, or maybe he had a past. Hell, everybody does. But look, when you're doing something bad, you're okay. You're trying to do something good in the neighborhood. So that's the second black man gone from the organization. And there's another one right here, turning his life around. Safe young black man. Safe street workers. He's gone too. He's gone too. So who the hell you think is going to come in, especially someone with another nationality, come in and throw some money while you got all this crap going around? The people that are trying to build can't even build. The ones trying to build can't even build. Save street workers. All three are dead. Young men in their 30s. Well, they look to me in their 30s. So I'm not for sure, but they look to me to be 30-ish. The safe street workers are now gone. Trying to make the community safe, because everybody know Blackistan is a danger. It's a hell of a dangerous land. Let's look what this young black man was doing. What was he doing? I wonder. Let's check it out. And let's see what happened to him, by the way. Let's see what happened to him, by the way. Just check it. Fair use.
Baltimore's top cop calls him a model citizen.
But now, 24-year-old Kendall Fenwick is dead, one of the city's latest murder victims after taking on drug dealers on his street. ABC 2 News' Jeff Hager has more on the death. Jeff.
Well, Jamie, he was a father with 3 children, and he would stop at virtually nothing to protect them. In fact, police say Kendall Fenwick's last act before he was murdered may have saved their lives. A hardworking man providing for 3 children in this modest home in northwest Baltimore, 24-year-old Kendall Fenwick died protecting everything that meant the most to it.
Nobody can tell me why they would kill him, why they would do that to him, nothing.
Dominic Jarvis is pleading for answers now after the shooting that has left her 2 children without a father. On this day, the city's top cop, Police Commissioner Kevin Davis, would return to the scene of the crime to try to provide an answer.
Our victim, Mr. Fenwick, was protecting his community. He knew that there were drug dealers in this area and along this block. He, on his own, erected a fence to prevent them from going back and forth through his yard. That obviously didn't sit too well with these drug dealers.
On Monday evening, it appears Fenwick confronted those dealers in front of his home, and it cost him his life.
He was cooking for the kids. It was food on this. He told the children that it was firecrackers to try to, so they wouldn't. And my son heard him. They were in the closet. They heard him crying for help. Like, that's the worst thing in the world.
Wow.
Setting aside any fear for his own life, police believe Fenwick's final act was to save the lives of those children.
Mr. Fenwick raised his 3 children on his own in his house, and when he was chased by these cowardly killers, he chose not to run back in his house because the 3 kids were inside the house. So he ran around the side of the yard, and they caught up with him and they executed him.
Look at his head. Dirty tailhead. I gotta give it to my son.
Now Jarvis clutches Fenwick's hat he was wearing in the final moments of his life, mindful that his death will take a huge toll on her children.
He worked his tail off to make sure that we was good and that we wasn't, without. Me and the children wasn't without anything. Like,
working, a father. Not many are there for their children, so he's there for his kids. Put up a fence so the drug dealers wouldn't be going through his yard, trying to protect his children. Confronted him. It's his yard. I'm telling you, I'm so sick of these mammies. I wish we could take these mammies and take their evil seed and these dusties and take them all. Since they work for the Klan, drop them off over there when they're having a little meeting, maybe at a local bonfire. I would love it. Take them all over there. I don't give a crap what happened to their own musty ass. Excuse the expression. This is his yard. Put up a fence. The Negroes gonna knock it down. His children are there. So this black man here is not a dusty. He actually gave a damn. And look what happened. 24 years old. Not a dust bunny you gotta chase down for some child support. No, not that kind. There for his kids and raising them, trying to shield them. So like he was doing the best he can. Look what happened. When they become a hashtag, I will gladly raise my glass. They can't become, the hashtags are coming a little bit too slow. They need to speed it up. So this is why people see things like this here. And I know the dumb fools don't understand business. Ain't nowhere in the world somebody gonna come in a black neighborhood with a whole bunch of Negroes around, tearing up dusty ass Negroes and they mammies and Dustinas and build something. It's things like this here. Society sees what happens when you try and build in a black community. When you're a black person and try and build, you try to be decent. This community will kill you, spit you up, and chew you out. They will stab you. They will drag you. They will rob you, rob your business. For any productive black person, the worst place for you to be is in the black community. So stories like this here, our people think it's some kind of secret. They don't know how we do. They do. This is why they de-ninjarize it. Sanitize, gentrify. So the next time someone finds them, so, oh, well, we gonna go, it's too high. Well, guess what? You got your dusties and dustiness to thank for it. Don't act brand new. Oh, that white man, what he doing to me? Got his foot on my neck, yep. And you got your dumbass gun up to a black man's head. So shut your monkey ass up. And I hate that it just makes me angry. So I'm going to end the video. It really makes me freaking mad. Talking about that white man. These Negroes work for the Klan. They old clown and sass. Woo! I'm going to stop the video. Thanks for listening. Feel free to come like, subscribe, and share. And people, stay safe.